What's going on, guys? It's your boy Karan from Droid Island, and I'm back. I took a little break, but I'm back, and today I want to get into one of my favorite devices for 2017. Alright? And those bad boys are the Huawei Honor 8 Pros. I got them in that sexy ass blue and that hot Trini red. So we're gonna dive into it. I'm gonna give you guys the rundown and tell you all about this sexy device. Stick around. Alright guys, so let's get right into it. So we have the Huawei Honor 8 Pro. And these two beautiful colors. That red and that blue. Oh, they look gorgeous. They look gorgeous, people. Alright, so I want to give you my top 6 reasons as to why you need one of these bad boys in your life. Alright, so first things first, Huawei's released a few devices, and people kind of have to know what it is that they're about and if the device is correct for them, because it gets a little confusing. I'm not gonna lie to you, it gets a little confusing, right? Now, Huawei has the P series, and if you don't know, now you're gonna know, but Honor is a subsidiary of Huawei. Alright, so what they tend to do with their Huawei branded devices is they can push it in certain markets, and for other markets where they want a different look, a different feel, want to experiment with the prices and whatnot, they can release the Honor versions to those devices in other markets, right? So a lot of the times you will see that there is an Honor version to a P series, and they have a lot of similarities. And it's just, again, you have to decipher, you know, what makes sense for you. Now, this device, the Honor 8 Pro, is absolutely nothing like the Huawei Honor 8. It's nothing like it. It's more in line, it's pretty much the cousin to the Huawei P10 Plus that came out this year. It has a lot of similarities with the P10 Plus and almost nothing to do with the Huawei Honor 8 that came out last summer. Honor 8 is still a great device, but this is more in line with the P10 Plus that came out this year. So first things first, the Honor 8 Pro has the exact same processor, the Curepe 960, and the same GPU as the P10, P10 Plus, and Mate 9. If you guys have used or even watched any reviews of those devices previously, you will already know that once you have a Curepe 960 processor in your device, your phone is already at a high level, as it's one of the top 3 devices on the market right now. I mean, now the Curepe 970 came up, but we're going to leave that for another discussion. Curepe 960 for 2017 is one of the top 3 processors on the market. When devices actually hit the market, we start to see what the Curepe 970 can do, and that new Mate 10 will talk then. But as for right now, this is what it is. Alright, so if you've liked the P10 Plus, this is going to be something you might very well be interested in. So we got the dual camera setup. Alright, the cameras on the P10 Plus are different. Remember, like I said, there's a lot of similarities, but there are some differences, some key differences. The P10 Plus has that 20 megapixel monochrome sensor and a 12 megapixel RGB sensor in the back. The Honor 8 Pro has two 12 megapixel sensors. So it's got the monochrome and it's got the RGB, that color sensor. Okay, the P10 Plus has some water resistance. The Honor 8 Pro does not. The P10 Plus has stereo speakers. The Honor 8 Pro does not. Now, the P10 Plus also retails for an additional $150 US more than the Honor 8 Pro. So there's a big difference in price that you have to decipher if the P10 Plus makes sense for you. Now, besides the processor, they both have 2K displays. Picture quality on the Honor 8 Pro is very good. I've posted some camera samples up on the Facebook page, so you guys can actually go into the photo section check that out and see what the Honor 8 Pro cameras are capable of. So far, the feedback I've been getting from a lot of the pictures I've posted from these phones, everybody's loved it. So you guys, if you haven't already seen it, you can go over to my Facebook page, click on the photo section, and check out those camera samples of the Huawei Honor 8 Pro. You will not be disappointed. All right. So the 2K display on this, again with the P10 Plus. Now the Honor 8 Pro is a tad bit bigger. The P10 Plus is 5.5 inches. The Honor 8 Pro is 5.7 inches. So you're going to get more PPI on the P10 Plus as it is a slightly smaller device. The build quality is completely different. Now I liked the P10 Plus build quality because it had that aluminum body and glass finish. It had that combination for the back. But the all aluminum body of the Honor 8 Pro I fell in love with, and the colors and just how they look, I fell more in love with the Honor 8 Pro than I did the P10 Plus. But again, that's a preference thing. Next up, performance for value for your money. Now again, like I said before, it is cheaper than the P10 Plus, shares the most important spec as a P10 Plus, which is that Curepe 960 processor. What you are paying for this device and the performance you are getting is absolutely great, especially if you're here in Trinidad and Tobago or you're another Caribbean island where once again we do not have the real device subsidy that some of these other countries are getting. We gotta get devices that are more in line with our prices and that are not gonna kill us when we want to go buy a new phone, when we want to buy a great phone. We don't want to spend, you know, $6,000 and higher. No, we want to spend, you know, cheaper than that. So the performance for what you are getting, for what the Honor 8 Pro goes for, is on point. You're gonna love it. So it also comes in the 64 gig storage with 4 gigs of RAM. You could get 64 gig storage with 6 gigs of RAM, and you can get the 128 gig version and 6 gigs of RAM. Okay, and I'll get into the prices a little bit later on in the video. I'll save that for the end, but I just want to get through, you know, just some of the reasons why I think you should go out and get this. So again, performance, the specs, value for your money, this checks off all the right boxes in that category. Now, because we have a 5.7 inch device, all right, they decided to maximize that footprint and slap in a whopping 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Now, I know a lot of people have complained that, you know, the new Note 8 is out. It's got one of the most amazing displays on the market, but again, it's no good if it's dead, right? Because it has a small battery. You don't got to worry about it with this one. This 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Now, I personally have been using the Honor 8 Pro Blue. I've been using this one, and this is the 128 gig, 6 gig variant. I've been using this for some weeks now, and it's been easy, and I'm a pretty heavy user. I've easily gotten a day and a half, not 2 full days, but a day and a half to a day and 3/4. Usually by that second day, coming out to the end of a business day, like I'm slapping on the charger. But it does have the fast charging too, and I have been able to get it right back up to 100% in about an hour and 15 minutes tops. Okay, so it charges fast, it takes long to die. If you're somebody that's going to be on the road a lot, or you're heavy users, you consume a lot of media, and maybe a charger is not always accessible to you for that fast charging, and you need something that has a big battery. I mean, since, you know, the majority of these phones are no longer coming with removable batteries, if anybody from any of you OEMs are listening, you guys might want to bring that back. But again, another video. If you are going to be on the road and you don't have access to a charger at all times, then you definitely want something with some amazing battery life. This is a definite go. Any phone giving you longer than a day, because I mean, there's so many phones on the market that, you know, by the time before you even finish your shift, it's already on the charger. before you jump on the maxi to head home, you are already at 15%. So, you know, this is not going to happen to you. If you're a heavy user, if you're a media consumer, if you're on the road, this is definitely going to be one of your best friends. That battery is going to last you until the next day. And that's even with a 2K display in it. One of the things you really got to love is this build quality. And Huawei, what do you, man, you guys keep doing this to me, man. You guys are consistently making some of the best built devices. Like, I just love the design language. And again, this is always going to be a preference thing, but so far everybody that has seen the Honor 8 Pro and held it in person, they've loved the feel, they've loved the look. You got the rounded edges, 2.5D glass. It's a good bit heavier than the P10 Plus, so it's solid in your face. It feels very, very, very premium. I know there's been a lot of people that have been complaining about glass back devices because, you know, you guys are klutzes. A lot of you guys are klutzes. You guys be dropping your phones and smashing the backs, and you know what good's a sexy ass phone, you know, a Note 8 if you keep smashing the glass. But again, another video. Aluminum, so you guys don't have to worry about smashing that back glass. This is going to be able to take a little bit more hits than a lot of these other phones that do have the glass backs. If you guys have seen the video for the Honor 9 that I did a while back, I mean, as gorgeous as that phone is, that's definitely a phone that you want to be carrying in a case, because again, it's a glass back, and as great as it looks, you got to protect that, right? Now, due to the fact that these are aluminum phones, they are slippery. Like, if I'm not careful, this will slide right out of my hand. So the best thing for you guys to do, and I know you guys, a lot of you guys complain about cases these days, you know, get yourself a nice little case, slap it on your phone, give you some grip. If you guys happen to be in Trinidad and you guys go to either Trin City or Gulf City Mall, and you guys can go check out the people that do the Ghost Armor, that do like that little film that goes around the phones. They can custom make it to any of those phones. Yeah, that's a plug for you guys. Even if you guys go and get that, just so that you guys can give yourself some good grip, that's gonna go a long way, because I'm telling you, it's a 5.7-inch device. It's a big device. And if you're not careful, if you're not using a case or any form of something, this phone is easily going to slide out of your hand. And it's probably going to happen when you're trying to reach that fingerprint sensor, because you gotta adjust a little bit. So my hands aren't that big, so when I'm holding my phone, I gotta adjust a little bit just so I can hit that fingerprint sensor. But I usually have a case on that, so I don't gotta worry about my phone slipping out of my hands. So make sure, get a case or get some Ghost Armor. That way you don't destroy this beautiful looking device, and you don't have it dent up, because you guys know how aluminum does. It can get scratched, it can get dents, but get yourself some protection and you don't gotta worry about none of that. Now, one of my favorite features about this device, now, I am a media consumer. I'm always on social media, I'm always watching videos, I take a lot of pictures, you know, you name it, I do it, alright? So having a good sized screen and a quality display means so much to me. That being said, I'm so happy, I'm so very happy that they decided to throw in a 2K display, a Quad HD IPS LCD panel into this device. Color accuracy is very good. The phone gets very bright. Sunlight readability is very good. You can crank it up, and again, you got the big battery, so it can take some battery strain if you have it cranked up on max. And yeah, the display is very beautiful. So again, if you're somebody that's going to be watching a lot of videos, you're going to be taking a lot of pictures, you guys want a nice good screen to look at it, they definitely threw in a quality 2K display into this bad boy. I was a bit confused. One of the things that I was taken aback with the Mate 9 is that they threw in a 1080p panel. Now granted, the 1080p display was very good, but again, where the market is moving towards a 2K display on their high-end devices, you know, it was a little bit questionable. And then the Mate 9 had the battery for a 2K display. So it wasn't like you wouldn't have gotten a day to 2 days out of your phone. You would have got that, you know. And I really did feel that the Mate 9 should have done that. The P10 Plus came out. They have a 2K display in there, but the fact that the Honor 8 Pro is just a bit cheaper than the P10 Plus, and they got the 2K display in there again for people that are looking for a high-end device, big screen, good cameras, great display. Like, the Honor 8 Pro checks all the right boxes, and it does it at a price point that a lot more people might be a little bit more comfortable with than paying for the P10 Plus. All right. In Trinidad, I mean, we're still on that Samsung wave, which is cool, but where phones are getting more expensive, especially since Samsung is pushing into the realms of that ultra premium space with their S8s and their Note 8s. If you really want the best from Samsung, you're gonna have to pay. Now, the P10 Plus is I believe Huawei's most expensive device. Now that just before the Mate 10 launch, the P10 Plus was the most expensive device. And down here, if you're gonna be spending, $5,500 for a phone, people might, especially because the Huawei name is still growing in Trinidad and the Caribbean, people are gonna quicker go and save up that extra $500,000. Not $500,000. I said that a bit quick. That $500 to $1,000. People are going to be quicker to go and save that extra money up and go get something they know rather than take that chance on the P10 Plus, just because you're right in that ballpark, right? If you have enough money for the P10 Plus, you have enough money to essentially go out and buy an S8, all right? Save a little bit more. You have enough money to go out and grab the Samsung Note 8. And again, because it has a familiar name, more people are going to do that. So that's where the Honor 8 Pro comes in, because it's a bit cheaper and has a lot of the same things that make the P10 Plus great. People are going to be able to get it at a better price point, and a lot of people are going to be more willing to take that chance on doing the Honor 8 Pro than, say, the P10 Plus, especially here in the Caribbean. You gotta have some serious dollars to get some of the best tech out here. But so I'd go. Now, if you've been following along this video, I'll save the best news for last. One of the best features about the Honor 8 Pro is that price. It really is the price. So, the 64 gig, 4 gig version retails at Droid Island for $4,200 TT. If you want to step it up and get the 64 gig version with 6 gigs of RAM, that costs $4,700 TT. And if you want the beast, the top dog, the 128 gig with 6 gigs of RAM, that's going to run you $5,200 TT. That's amazing for what you are getting with this phone, okay? The phone is dual SIM. It has expandable memory up to 256 gigs. It's got the dual 12 megapixel camera. Most importantly, the Kirin 960 processor. All right, with a massive 4,000 milliamp hour battery, 2K display, excellent build quality, and you can have that for as low as $4,200 TTD. Ladies and gentlemen, there's not many phones that are a 2017 flagship device that is going to give you all of that at that price point. Keep in mind, when the S8s, when the HTC U11, when these devices came out, all of these devices were $5,500 and higher, okay? And $5,500 is putting it mildly, okay? This is still a cheaper option than the S8. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. I've been using the Honor 8 Pro, the 128 gig, 6 gig RAMs. I've had no issues. I love the fact that they still keep the headphone jack. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you guys can see that. Still a headphone jack, ladies and gentlemen. 2017, a phone with the headphone jack. It's still got an IR blaster. Imagine that. Phones are still coming with IR blasters to control the TVs. You guys already know you guys lose your AC remotes all the time. You guys can't find them. This is still coming with the R blaster, so you guys can actually control that with your phone. Alright, so again, there's a lot to like for the device, and there's a lot to really like for the price. So if you guys have any questions about the Honor 8 Pro, if I haven't given you enough reasons to run out and buy one, you guys can check the blog I did. I'll post the link in the video. I'll post the link in the video in the description. You guys can check out the blog. You guys will be able to see all of the specifications to it. I might dive into a little bit more, but those are really some of the top reasons why you should go and purchase a Huawei Honor 8 Pro. It's also called the V9. I know some people have seen it as the V9. Other people have seen it as the Honor 8 Pro. So definitely check it out. If you guys like the video, don't forget to hit the like. If you guys really like the video, go ahead and share the video. Alright? So anyways, it's your boy Karan. I'm going to wrap this up. You done know Droid Island is your people to bring all things tech for you in Trinidad and the Caribbean. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Alright? Peace out.